They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a...
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Now Mayfield. He'll find Lindsey here. He's to the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now a first down carry for Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Dances by at the 20. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And J.C. Jackson is a name that more and more NFL fans are able to identify. And last year, a terrific year to be a corner in the AFC East. Xavier Howard of Miami led the NFL with 10 picks. But J.C. Jackson of the Pats, he finished second with 9, and he just gets another one.
On first down, Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Jones setting up a screen for Stevenson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damien Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damien Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones throwing on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
That's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Harris has it over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Rosas' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken at about the 1.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back back to the line of scrimmage. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
96 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. Jones.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Smith here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Justin Coleman. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Jones now to throw on third down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly.
be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jones. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.